The rut, or breeding season of the European roe deer, starts at the end of July and beginning of August in the north of the UK. The small and secretive roe deer is found in thick woodlands and wooded areas along agricultural land. It can be very difficult to locate and watch because of the dense cover that it likes to reside in. The males or bucks hold a territory year round but defend it more vigorously as the rut approaches. The females or does pass through territories, but at coming up to the rut, the males actively pursue them and try to retain them in their own territory. But the bucks maintain their territories by rubbing their glands, which are on the top of their head and between the front hooves, strategically around their territory, and this lets other bucks know that this particular area is occupied by a resident buck. Overhanging branches are conveniently at nose level and will alert the buck to any other buck in the area. Bucks will also urinate in their scrapes or resting areas, again to announce the fact that the particular area is occupied by a resident buck. Young bucks in their first year sometimes associate with older bucks during the winter months, but as they come into maturity at the end of the first year, they are tolerated less and less by the mature bucks and eventually chased out of the territory. As the spring rolls into summer, the males associate themselves with the females more and more and try to keep any female within their own territory. This ensures that when the females eventually come into estrus, that the accompanying male is the first to mate. As the rut approaches, the males stock up on food and build muscles, especially in the necks, as they use these muscles to fight any other bucks that enter the territory, and the biggest and the strongest will always dominate any mating rights. In the early spring, at the end of April, beginning of May, the does or females give birth to their young, usually twins, sometimes one, and very occasionally 3 kids are born, and the females look after these for 2 or 3 months before the rut starts again and the young ones are weaned. The females prefer to mate with the strongest and most dominant bucks. This ensures that their fawns are born with the genetics of a good, strong male. This ensures the best possible chance for the young roe deers. As the rut approaches and the males and females are spending more time in each other's company, the females have a way to find out whether the buck they are with is worthy of producing their fawns, and they do this in a number of ways. They test the buck's speed and stamina by constantly running away from the buck and running in circles with the buck in hot pursuit. Any buck worth his salt will vigorously pursue the females and follow her wherever she goes. Many bucks lose a lot of their condition during the rut because they're so actively pursuing the females that they get very little time to browse and eat. Any male entering another dominant buck's territory at this time will be actively pursued and ejected from the territory, and these clashes can be really dangerous. Many young bucks get injured during the rutting season when they dare to challenge more mature bucks. During these territorial battles, the roe deer seem oblivious to everything else, and it's one of the best times of the year to observe roe deer because they're so wound up in defending territories and trying to mate that they seem to forget about all the other dangers. If you're lucky, you can catch them in hot pursuit across a field or running round in circles, chasing each other. Males chasing females will try their best to keep them in their territory and stop them from getting into another male's territory. Mating can take place in open areas of grassland, on the edges of woodland, or in the woodland, but unfortunately I've never been able to capture it on camera. Filming roe deer is always difficult because of the habitat that they reside in. I tend to not use a tripod because the fleeting glimpses that you get of roe deer in their secret locations and habitats gives you very little chance to set a tripod up on the rare occasion you see one, and by the time you've set it up, the deer has long gone. Hence the reason for a lot of my shaky footage. The secret to filming roe deer and photographing them is to make sure that you know that the land that they're on and get to know where they run and where they bed and where they feed, and once you've done that, you're halfway there. If you get a nice flat calm windless day, that's the ideal opportunity because your scent doesn't carry to the deer, and if you can remain quiet and still, you'll get some really nice natural behaviour shots. If the deer spots you, and they often do, the best thing to do is freeze, and if you can freeze long enough, they'll carry on about their normal business. This year I was lucky enough to film a fawn with its mother on a couple of occasions. The does like to give birth in long grass and leave their fawns there, sometimes for up to 12 hours between returning to suckle them. But because the grass is so long at this time of the year when they give birth, it's always very difficult to see them. It's worth remembering that if you find a fawn, it's best to leave it where it is. It isn't lost. Its mum will come back and feed it. But if you pick it up and pass your scent to it, its mother is highly likely to reject it. And it's far better off in the wild, living like a wild roe deer, than it would be in any animal sanctuary. Roe deer are one of only two truly British deer. All the others have been imported or escapees from zoos and wildlife centres. Now anyone can go to a deer park and photograph red deer and fallow deer that are used to people and don't even look up when the people pass them. Bit like shooting fish in a barrel, really. But if you can get out there and find and photograph or film roe deer in their natural habitat, it's a measure of the photographer's bush and field craft, and his knowledge of the animals. So if you get a chance, have a go. It's very, very rewarding. So the roe deer rut is a great time to get out there and see these magical British super duper cute little deer. So get out there and see if you can find one. Enjoy. Bye for now.